Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vida Lowe, and I am a licensed psychotherapist in California. Today, we are going to talk about how to survive the holiday season with our families. This is one that we talk about often in my office. It's a big one. So I want to go through some things that can help you get through the holiday season and parties and feel grounded and positive in how you acted and how you conducted yourself and how you feel afterwards. So the first thing we're going to talk about is good old-fashioned grounding. I advise my clients to do this days before an event, right? Actually, if you're in therapy with me, we do it all the time. But I amp it up, or I have them amp it up before an event, say even Thanksgiving. So grounding consists of checking in with the body. I'm going to do a video that's going to be longer about this, but I'm going to give it a little snippet of what I teach. It's kind of a somatic check-in. So we like to start from the head to the toes, just checking in. Notice where it's tight, right? I like to focus on jaw. Notice if that's tight. Open it a little bit, soften it, checking in with shoulders. A lot of the times we go around like this. It's really important to notice and allow them to drop. Checking in with arms, noticing how they feel and allow them to become heavier, and going down until the feet. Feet are really important in the grounding, really focusing on how they feel and connecting them to the ground. So that's the first thing we'd want to do before we even get to any event, especially if we're feeling nervous about it or anxious. And then we go into managing our expectations. We all know what's probably going to happen when we go to Thanksgiving or Christmas or Hanukkah or any event, right, with family. There's going to be the usual suspects that are going to be acting the same way they always do. Nothing's going to change probably this time. It sounds bleak, but it's true. People are going to act the way they do, and the best predictor of how someone's going to act in the future is how they've acted in the past. So know that. There's actually a relief once you start telling your truth, right? Be realistic that there were going to be awkward times. Don't expect things to change too much. People usually don't change, but you can. The next topic is identify your triggers. For some people, they feel judged by their lifestyle or religion choices or politics. Know what those topics are for you. Even in advance, jot down your top 3. And these are the things you will not discuss further. It might be only one of them, and that's okay. But just know what topics you will not discuss. And prep for that, because Uncle Bob is going to be bringing up something, and it's going to be up to you to put a boundary down. An example of this would be if someone doesn't want to talk about personal relationships in their life, and you have your family member come up to you, the one that always does, and says, how are your romantic relationships? Or are you in love? Or are you in a relationship? And you don't want to share. Perfectly okay. Know your boundary and say something like, yeah, my relationships are going well in my life, but let's discuss that new holiday movie that came out. How great was that? Or the television, oh, have you seen this television show? That's what I would like to discuss. We can even say something like, it's not that exciting right now, so I would love to just go on to another topic. Another one that people talk about a lot are politics. So that can be tricky, and know your boundary. A nice pre-planned response for something like politics or religion is, wow, that is a heavy subject, and today I'd love to take a break from that and just enjoy time with you. That usually does it. If there's persistence with any one of these topics, religion, relationships, getting into your business too much, you can always gently excuse yourself from the situation. That's a perfectly acceptable response if they're not respecting your boundary. The next thing is your emotional boundaries. Know what you want to share with the people in your life at these events. You don't have to overshare. That is not how people come together. Remember, even if you don't always get along with these people, or their political or religion or is different than yours, it's helpful to remember things that you like about that person. Sometimes we can get caught up in what we don't agree with or don't like about each other. This is where I'd really bring in the practice of kind of grounding in the situation and remembering the things you do like about that person, because there probably are some things that you're just not remembering in the moment. And go back to the relationship, right? Even talk about a nice memory you had, or food. Some people love to talk about food and the recipes and what family member made what and why. So there are different topics that you can talk about that stay away from pushing your boundaries or making you feel uncomfortable. The next thing is sticking with a time constraint. If you are feeling uncomfortable or things just don't feel right to you, you are not obligated to stay. So I would pick a time to leave before you go. So after dessert, I'm having my cup of coffee or tea and I'm leaving. And that you can say to your family or your partner or yourself and stick to it. Even if kind of things are going well, excuse yourself how nice it was and you have an early day the next day and you can get up from the table and go. These are really important to stick with your time constraints and boundaries. And the last thing that I would love to encourage everyone to do, holidays are stressful, is to do some self-care the next day. So what are some self-care things that I teach my clients? Having a cup of coffee or tea outside or by a window and being mindful in those moments, right? Beautiful clouds, noticing trees swaying, being grateful, bringing in that gratefulness practice that we're going to talk about in another video. Even planning something like going for a short walk with a partner, friend, pet, or by yourself, drawing a nice bath, or making that special cup of tea. Remember that self-care is very important, and it allows that nervous system to calm down after an event that can feel stressful. Well, I am excited that the holiday seasons are coming up. I'm going to be using these checklists too, and I wish everyone an easeful holiday season, and I hope everyone has some enjoyment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.